I never imagined that my faith would lead me to this moment. Here I am, Daniel, in the midst of the dark silence of the lion's den. The damp stone walls around me seem to close in, and the smell of wild animals fills my senses. I can hear the low, threatening growl of the lions, feeling the weight of their hungry gazes upon me. Yet, strangely, I feel no fear. It all began when I, a simple servant of God, was elevated to a position of prominence in the kingdom of Babylon. King Darius trusted me so much that he appointed me as one of the 3 presidents over the entire kingdom, responsible for overseeing the satraps and protecting the king's interests. However, this trust awakened the envy of the other officials. They knew they could not find any fault or error in me, except for something related to my faith in the God of Israel. The officials and satraps carefully plotted against me, convincing the king to sign a decree that forbade anyone from praying to any god or man, except the king, 30 days. The penalty for violating this decree was to be thrown into the lion's den. They knew I would continue praying to God, as it was an integral part of my life, 3 times a day, facing Jerusalem, as I had always done since being brought to this foreign land. Thus, I was captured, and the king, though distressed, had no choice but to enforce the decree he had signed. He spent the entire night sleepless, worried about me. At dawn, with a heavy heart, King ordered that I be thrown into the lion's den, but before the stone was placed over the entrance, he said in a trembling voice, "Your God, whom you continually serve, he will deliver you." Here I am, surrounded by hungry lions. My enemies expect this to be the end, but I know I am not alone. I remember when my friends Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah were thrown into the fiery furnace for refusing to worship Nebuchadnezzar's golden image. God saved them. I know he can do the same for me. My heart turns in prayer, as I have always done. O God, you are my strength and my shield. In you I trust. The lions move slowly around me, but something miraculous happened. Instead of advancing on me, they lie down. One even rests its head on its paws, as if a supernatural peace has descended upon them. I know at that moment that God sent his angel, just as he sent the 4th man in the fiery furnace, to shut the mouths of these lions and protect me. I spent the night there in a stillness that defies reason. The lions remain calm, as if the very presence of the Lord is with them too. When morning finally comes, I hear the sound of the stone being removed from the entrance of the den. King Darius, his voice laden with worry and hope, calls out to me, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you continually serve, been able to deliver you from the lions?" With a heart overflowing with gratitude, I replied, "O King, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lion's mouth. They have not harmed me because I was found innocent before him, and also before you, O King, I have committed no crime. I am pulled out of the den, unharmed and more convinced than ever. The power of God is greater than any force in this world." Upon witnessing the miracle that occurred, King Darius decreed that all in the kingdom should fear and reverence the God of Daniel. For he is the living God, enduring forever. His kingdom shall never be destroyed, and his dominion shall last until the end. But the story does not end there. The king, now filled with anger against those who had plotted against me, ordered that the men who accused me be brought forth. They, along with their wives and children, were thrown into the same lion's den where I had spent the night. But this time, there was no angel to shut the mouths of the lions. Before they even touched the ground, the lions attacked and crushed them. Thus, the evil they planned against me turned back upon them. I, however, was protected by the living God, whose justice prevails, and I emerged from that den not only alive, but with my faith strengthened. The one who delivered me from the lion's jaws is the same who sustains my life in all circumstances, and this truth I will never forget. The story of Daniel in the lion's den offers numerous powerful and timeless lessons that can be applied to our daily lives. Faithfulness to God in all circumstances. Daniel maintained his devotion to God, even knowing it could cost him his life. Continued to pray and worship the Lord, despite the decree that prohibited such acts. This unwavering faithfulness teaches us to stand firm in our faith, regardless of the pressures, threats, or consequences we may face. Daniel's story reminds us that our loyalty to God must transcend any fear or danger surrounding us. Unwavering trust in God's power. Daniel fully trusted that God had the power to deliver him from the lion's den. But even if he wasn't saved, he remained faithful. This absolute trust in God teaches us to place all our faith in divine power, recognizing that regardless of the outcome, God is in control of every situation. Daniel's story challenges us to trust God in every aspect of our lives, believing that He is sovereign and capable of doing the impossible. Integrity before men and God. Daniel's enemies searched for any fault in his conduct, but found nothing except his devotion to God. This demonstrates Daniel's unquestionable integrity, living according to his values and principles before both God and men. This lesson teaches us to live with integrity and honesty, ensuring that our actions consistently reflect our faith and Christian values, even when under scrutiny or persecution. God is just, and His justice prevails. Those who conspired against Daniel ultimately suffered the consequences of their action. The story highlights divine justice, showing that even when human justice fails, God's justice always prevails. God honored Daniel's faithfulness and repaid his enemies' wickedness, proving that He is the supreme judge, who sees and judges all things perfectly. This gives us hope and confidence that divine justice will be manifested, regardless of earthly circumstance. Powerful testimony through faith. Daniel's faith not only saved him from the lion's den, but also profoundly influenced King Darius, who recognized God's power and decreed that the entire kingdom should revere the Lord. Daniel's story teaches us that our faith can be a powerful testimony, capable of impacting and transforming the lives around us. When we live our faith genuinely and courageously, we can positively influence others, leading them to know and revere God's power.